Hello, my name is Octavia Young, and my presentation title is A Journey of Self-Improvement. So before this, I undertook this master's, I used to rely more on other people than on myself. And now I rely more on myself than on other people because, for example, in some academical situations, I was expecting help from some people, which I did not get. I was quite passive and I basically just relied on others to help me study for my exams or help me in group work. And this was not beneficial for me. So this is why I now try to rely on myself for most aspects of schoolwork when I can, which I think is going to be very helpful for me in my future career. Then before starting this master, I was very doubtful on the fact I could manage it. I found my third year as an undergraduate in NTU very difficult, and I was quite unsure of the success of my master's. However, I got until this point at the end of my term in Italy, and I have so far succeeded through my hard work, and I managed to find an internship in Italy, and I am quite proud of that. I also used to be scared of job interviews, as several in the past did not really go well because I get stressed very easily. And I know, I now have got used to them. And as I had to apply to internships in a language that I'm not really comfortable with, which is Italian, and I got accepted by two companies, which was a great success for me. I also gained a lot of communication skills through this master's. I am very scared of public speaking, especially when it involves large audiences. However, I have gradually got used to them now because I had to do a lot of presentations in front of numerous people in NTU and also in the university in Italy. And I now know how to deliver effective presentations, and I am less apprehensive when presenting in front of others. So this is a great achievement for me. And in NTU, I had to deal with a lot of group work. Before Nottingham, I used to be mostly passive in group work, and I only used to do the work that was assigned to me by other people, and I was not really involved within the group. However, with this master's, I learned how to take matters into my own hands. I had to undertake many leadership roles when coming to group work, and I actually really enjoyed it. And I felt quite comfortable assigning tasks to my teammates, for example. And I think this is an essential aspect for my future career, as a company look for people with leadership skills. So this was something that was quite important to me. Then when I was in NTU, I undertook one CPD hour, which was in November, I think, and it was called Stand Out from the Crowd. And basically the CPD hour, we were explained that in today's workplace, there is intense competition, and you need to differentiate yourself when you apply for jobs, for example. So I took this into consideration and I tried to differentiate myself as much as I could. And in the end, I got two interviews with two different firms, and they both offered me an internship opportunity. And I basically aim to differentiate myself in most things I do, if possible. And I do that in order for people to remember me, so I can sort of leave a footprint. So then moving on to Italy, during my stay abroad, I experienced and learned a lot. So firstly, I went through culture shock. I had heard of many Italian stereotypes, however, I never imagined how accurate they were, and it was difficult to adapt at first. because being someone that's quite shy, most Italian people are loud and are comfortable when speaking, which was quite intimidating for me. Then another challenge I had to face was to improve my Italian language skills. Um, so I followed an advanced Italian course during my trip abroad because I already knew a little bit of Italian. Um, and Italian people tend to talk Italian between each other, even when you're present with them. Um, so I saw that as a drawback. However, this was actually an opportunity for me to learn more, even if I did not really understand what they were saying at all times. Um, and my Italian language skills have greatly improved since I moved to Italy, which was my aim at first when I chose Italy for my second term of masters. I really wanted to try and get bilingual in Italian. Then another stereotype that I found was accurate when living in Italy was that people are very nice, but they can also be very judgmental. What they do is they will criticize you right to your face, and this is something I experienced in the school environments. So at first I saw that as a personal attack, really. However, in the school environment, I sort of gradually saw that I really found that that was constructive feedback, and it was a way to help me improve myself. I learned how to be more open to criticism, which I think was quite positive because I know that I will receive criticism all the way throughout my career, and I actually think this was actually good if I receive some during my school period, in order to not be surprised and be ready when I start a real job, for example. Then I have learned to become more patient throughout this master's, I find, and I have been interacting with more people and aiming to be nicer with other people. And it's basically trying to convey a positive message about myself since I started my master's. Also, in my future career, I would enjoy to inspire and motivate people. Um, what this master's has taught me is that I want to be able to convey a positive message wherever I go in the future. Uh, I haven't achieved this totally yet. Um, I'm constantly working on it, and I want to try and make the world a better place. And I want to do that by helping others as much as I can. So finally, what I did to monitor my CPD hours and personal development is that I wrote down on a notebook everything with a description and notes about every CPD hour, for example. So overall, this year has been very beneficial for me. I really enjoyed it. I have gained many new skills, so notably language skills, communication skills, presentation skills, and many more. It was also a great experience for me to live in different countries than from home. So I am originally from France, and I lived in the UK and in Italy. So it was a very good experience for me culture-wise, and so it was good, but it was very challenging at the same time.